Hey guys, so welcome back to Indirect Knowledge. Today we have another tarot card reading that we're going to be doing for Holly. This is about career, and Holly just wants to know kind of about her career. Right now she says that things seem a little stagnant, and so we're going to do a tarot card reading for her and see what we can, help her with as far as this career goes. So for this we'll do another 7-card reading. This gives us some perspective about Holly's career, kind of where it's been at in the past and kind of where she is right now with it, and then maybe get some perspective on the future. So just shuffling these cards really good. Actually doing like a little bit of feeling compelled to do a little bit of a different cut today for this. All right, so the first card that we have is the past, and this is sort of a near past card, not too far in the past, maybe 5 or 6 months out, but this is the 9 of Cups. So 9 of Cups is about relationships, but this is the wish card in the tarot. This is about having, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're wanting comes to fruition. So, it's a pretty good cup as far as like material and relational goals coming to fruition, that kind of thing. 9s, of course, are symbolized by the moon. So that has a lot to do with like endings and completions in numerology. So this could be that, getting what you want has sort of, got to a place where it sort of was there, but now it's starting to plateau, which is what we see kind of in the question. Let's look at the immediate situation. Wow, so 7 of Cups, it's another wish card. So wow, Holly has a lot of fortune when it comes to career. And right now, it's even true there. You can get what you want, it's saying right now in the current moment. 7, of course, in numerology is about, oftentimes I equate it with like spiritual development or looking at things on kind of a higher, more meta level. This is a manifestation card, though, so whatever you're thinking is what you're going to bring about. So if you're really experienced that stagnation in work and all, it could be because your thoughts have sort of been in that zone for a period of time, and now you're seeing that sort of manifested. So this one is sort of that cautionary thing of just like, maybe we just need to kind of realign our thoughts a little bit, and you'll be able to create and manifest and bring things into your life. That pretty much is the answer card right there for you with this reading, it seems, and that's what's happening in the current moment. So that's why right now in this present situation, you're finding that, this career is sort of like maybe lackluster, kind of like just kind of at a plateau. Let's look at the near future. Okay, so in the near future, we have the World card. Now this card is about really going full circle with things. This is the last card in the major arcana as far as like our life lessons card. So it's kind of getting to the end of the journey. Hey, Chandra, it's so good to have you back. My buddy. We share the same name. Love it. It's good to have you here. But Holly, so this card here, like when you get the World card, and I'm seeing this about 7 months out actually for you. Yeah, thank you for the blessings. So, but for this particular card right here, this is, you're getting to a place in about 7 months from now, career-wise, that you're really able to kind of manifest whatever you want to for yourself. Like you've gone through the journey of learning and creating and building and manifesting. That's what you're doing right now. In fact, with this whole manifesting, getting thoughts and ideas together and things out there for yourself. This is the final real lesson here for you, is just kind of like, okay, well, this what you think about, you bring about kind of thing. So, if you get your mind kind of out of this funk of feeling sort of like, what's going on with this career? It's not really exactly doing what I'm anticipating or I'd hoped for. That thought right there is what you want to eliminate. So when that thought comes up, or this idea or this thought of stagnation comes up, that's what you want to kind of pull the reins back on as far as the mind goes. And because you have that, you have the wish card in the past, you have it in the present moment. I mean, it's a really good, fortunate situation. So your spread is looking really good. And in the world card takes everything full circle for you and says, I got this. I can make whatever future for myself that I want. So this is like kind of your storybook, like you're the author of this book and you're able to create whatever you want to. And in 7 months from now, finishing off this last progression here, you're going to be in a really good situation to where whatever you desire, however you want to create fortune for yourself, you'll be able to do that really without second guessing yourself. We could stop there, and I think that would be pretty good, but let's keep going. So the answer card, as far as like getting the stagnation gone, we'll find out what the outcome to the stagnation is here in a moment. I think we pretty much get the outcome here with the world card coming up, but let's just see. Okay, so yeah, the Hierophant. So the answer card here is about traditions. Sometimes people call this the Pope card. And with the 5 on it, above it, that's about change. So it's sort of like sometimes it's just saying, well, sometimes we just have to change our mindset, change our approach. But with the Hierophant energy and stuff, it's really about tuning into the energy of our traditions, our religion, culture, and just getting to a place where, all right, we can create all this wealth, we can create all this fortune, we can create all these, material blessings for ourselves all day long. We've mastered that. We've gotten to that place, in life. We've been able to capitalize. We've been able to leverage all these kind of business type terms and stuff. And we're there. We know what we're doing. We can do all that. But with the Hierophant, it's kind of like this return back to like, now that we have that security of knowing all of that can happen for us, it's kind of like turning it back over to, we start to realize, well, this whole material thing is just kind of an illusionary thing anyway. It's like not going to bring us total happiness. We can't take it with us when we go. What is really the value of life? Then it's sort of this turning back to the spiritual, going back to the root of, kind of our higher purpose, or how we can add, a higher level onto society and so on. So it's about culture and that, like you think about like the Hopi Indians, or you think about some of those Native American tribes, they're really, a lot of those tribes have really held on to some of their old ways of doing things, their old traditions and that. So when this Hierophant card comes up, sometimes I'm reminded of that, where, they're taking their traditions and they're passing it on to like future generations, and they're doing a really nice job of that. So traditions, things like that are not forgotten. And, it's like, it creates a community, a cohesiveness, something along those lines of just really something to feel connected to, so that if everyone in your life leaves you, you have something that you can go and meet new people that have the same values, same traditions and things that you share, and be able to move, in a completely different direction, and not feel like you have to start from scratch or like rethink your values or anything. You have people that understand where you're at, that can help you, and that you can help as well. So it's sort of about that, giving back and that. So it's just that importance of culture and using that also to really help you. And that, honestly, for many people, that actually helps them financially and in other ways, and in career, moving the career forward and stuff like that. It may be that you tap into some of those resources that are at your disposal, people that share the same values, the same traditions and culture that you share. And then those could be very much the answer for you. But let's continue moving on. Okay, so then we have the 6 of cards. It's really about wanting to move away from like the career and things, the thoughts and ideas and things that are going on in the current moment. That's that stagnation. That's that, kind of that plateau that you kind of feel it's, is going on with yourself, with the career. And then what you would ideally like is this Ace of Pentacles. Okay, well, this is very telling. So Ace of Pentacles, we had this in the previous reading that I did for someone. And this Ace of Pentacles is really about something new. Aces are about new energy or new creative pursuits or doing something different. So oftentimes when this card comes up, it's because we're just feeling either really bored, or just really like, I'm just so sick of tired of doing the same old. I want some change. I just, even if it's just something different than what I'm currently doing, it would be very nice, and I just, so maybe a promotion or something like that. That's kind of where that thinking and that idea is. But this is about fresh energy. You just need something new, some freshness going on. And because it's the Pentacles, it's also about groundedness. So, not just going crazy and like getting rid of everything that you've worked so hard for and put in and stuff, and just, kind of jumping off the edge like the Fool card would have you do. But it's really about just something fresh, something new, just getting rid of the stagnation and that's where you're feeling and stuff. And so that's really, that's evident by the question. Let's look at the outcome card. Okay, so the outcome card is Justice. Okay, so Justice here is all about justice is not blind. There's the balance scales there, balancing things out. The Sword is about the mental. Holding it up like this is a sign that we kind of have a little bit of control over the mental and stuff. This is teaching us about the importance of changing our actions in order to get different results. So sometimes just a subtle shift in terms of our actions can net us a different kind of outcome. So we had the World card here, but Justice kind of picks up where like if you had the Wheel of Fortune in the spread, which we don't see, but if you did, it kind of picks up where Fortune leaves off, and just, it basically says, you need to be a little bit willing to change your actions in order to get better outcomes. So it's just those, it's kind of that, for someone that's just working a job, if they're just doing the same old, they're going to continue to get the same results. But if they're looking for like a management role, or they're looking for some, progress with the company, or kind of to get into a different situation, they just have to change their actions. Now, that doesn't mean that they work harder necessarily, or that they're just really like trying to put in all this extra work to really prove themselves, because they may just get landed a lot more work. This Justice card could actually be that, the actions that would give you your better outcomes could just simply be asking for a different position, or asking for, something new, or some different type of role in the company or something to kind of do that. Justice, though, is really, about in the future is basically your outcome will be just basically changing some of your decisions, your actions. It's interesting with this card, because this reading, because what I see for you kind of 7 months out from now and all is that wherever you're at right now, whatever you're thinking and ideas are, you're looking for something fresh. That's kind of what's going on with you. You're going to be stepping away from some of this mind stuff that about just the frustration and things that goes along with this stagnation. And then you're going to really be wanting to move more into a different kind of role, or a different kind of situation altogether. The interesting thing, though, is for you, it's 7 months from now, you're going to be in a completely better situation, because all of your wishes have been fulfilled. And at that point, you really know that you've got this, that you can create whatever you want to for yourself. And so you're going to be very self-confident in 7 months to be able to do whatever you want. So it could even mean a different job. It could mean, the potential of starting a business of some sort, because we do have kind of that, turning away from things, turning away from the thoughts. So here's the key to your outcome, or the key to getting what you want, is really, like I said before, like in this current situation, we see this. It's about really this introspection. Excuse me, a little dust in my eye. It's just about introspection and really changing our thoughts to where we're just only thinking really about what it is that we're really desiring. And if you don't know necessarily what you wish for right now, it's not a bad thing. It's just that now is the time to change where your mind is with this career and everything, and the stagnation, and rather start to think about the things that you might potentially would want, like what kind of role would, bring you more joy or more happiness, or make you feel more important, or make you feel more validated in your job. And if you can start to kind of think in these kind of ways, or if you're maybe thinking about starting a business, what kind of business would you start, and how would you go about it? Because it does take time, It's not impossible to do something like that in a 7-month period, if that's kind of where your thinking is. Or if you're just maybe wanting to add maybe another layer onto what you're already doing, maybe if you're feeling bored or stagnant, picking up a side hustle, or maybe even doing something kind of on the side that's fresh or new, or having some kind of new perspective. Maybe something where you're actually doing something that goes back to like your culture, or your traditions, or your religion, or, kind of reconnecting in that kind of way, because that's where that Hierophant card is for you. Maybe that would be something that would yield you kind of a new direction, or get you kind of more out there. and you'll have success with whatever you touch. I mean, that's really what this is all about for you. So you're a really good manifester. It's just right now, the reason you're seeing the stagnation is just because that's where the thoughts are right now. Change those thoughts and you're going to have a better outcome. Anyways, I hope that really helps you, Holly. As your tarot coach, I'm always here for you. If you need anything, please reach out to me. And so I'm going to end this live stream right now, you guys. And I've got another one I've got to do. And it's the last committed one that I have right now. But I did promise that I would get it done. So I need to get going on it. So anybody that's tuned in, please jump over there if you want to. If you've got time and you'd just like to kind of see where the other reading goes, we can do that. And anybody, if you have questions or anything and you'd like to get those questions answered, maybe like a yes or no question would be good, because those can go a little bit faster than these more general readings and that. We could do something along those lines also. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already liked the channel, please like it, or please like the video. You can subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and then you'll get notifications every time we do these live streams, which are fairly regularly, every other day, every couple days, pretty frequently. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, and see you on the next video. Thanks.